Well, hello there, everyone. It's final runtime. Also, I'm back again. Oh no. Yes, it's Illbleed time. You know, that game from 2001 that we found out was published by Sega of Japan, which means, oops, I hit the wrong button. Which means things are happening. Which
Wait, but
means, wait.
White Day was also from 2001. So we're back in 2001. I don't want to be
Yes.
back there. I'm good. Real quick before we start, I just want to give a shout out to everyone who voted for the bad ending. That's what we're getting. Everything's closed. That was our last donation incentive. But y'all feel free to donate still. We're going to be taking donations for the rest of this run. It's going to be really enjoyable. I'm ready for it. I'm ready to watch you. Abby, I love watching you do this run. So I'm here to watch you. Let's go.
So in 3, 2, 1, let us begin the run. Alright, so of course, we're in a theme park. Who loves theme parks? Chat, does anybody love theme parks? But there's a twist to this theme park, and that's the fact that, you die for real.
Wait, if you die in the real game, you die in real life?
No, you die in the theme park.
Okay, that's fair. Okay.
And Eriko's friends have been missing for 3 days, so that's a thing, which is just, oh no. And so we gotta go find them. But we're not gonna find them because that's bad ending. We're gonna find one of them because it takes like 15 minutes for them to die. And I don't know if y'all want to just sit on a screen for 15 minutes while we wait for Kevin to die. Like, I just don't know if y'all want to do that, which is why we're not doing true ending. And part of the other reason why true ending never becomes a thing is because Eriko becomes less clothed, which might be bad for marathons. So right now we're figuring out what pattern we're on. We're not on A, because if we were on A, the site would be going off. Hello, can I tag that? Why aren't you letting me tag that? Eriko, come on. There we go. We're either on B or C. We're on C. How do we know we're on C? Because everything is silent. If we were on B, the smell would still be going off. So, woohoo, best pattern of the level, here we go. So here we go, running as fast as we can, going through all the things, nothing to worry about here, and we're good. We also have to pick up a baseball bat, because who doesn't love peanut butter jelly and a baseball bat? Yes. We have 3 items that we absolutely must pick up, and that's the baseball bat, as well as the testimonial, as well as Jimmy's trophy. If we don't pick up those 3 things, we have to go back and find them, and pretty much at that point, you're kind of screwed, because unless you know the level backwards and where all the traps are, because we're skipping so many of them, you pretty much have to do the level in reverse, and it's very bad. Alright, so here's what we got. We've got the Sixth Sense going off, meaning there's a bunch of fight encounters. That's why we're sticking to the left, because fight encounters are annoying. And then we're gonna go into a kitchen and ignore everything in the kitchen. Once, of course, I can actually get out of the wall. And of course, we're going to tag the guillotine, because obviously we don't want to get hit by a guillotine. As far as I know, we don't. Pick up the testimonial, and then we're going to squeeze past a table in order to skip a fight encounter, as well as a ceiling fan trap. Isn't that nice? And then we're going to go jump on the beds. Who doesn't love jumping on the beds, am I right? It's faster to jump on the beds than it is to tag bottles and wait for the bottles and the orbs. And then we're going to tag this corpse. This corpse cutscene will play no matter what, but you'll take damage during it. So it's like, oh no, this is bad. And of course, we're going to stick to the left wall, because if we don't stick to the left wall, the door's going to set us on fire. I don't know about you, I don't think we want to get set on fire. And then we're going to pick up the trophy, which is the 3rd and final item. And then to avoid a really annoying fight encounter, we're going to fall through the wall. Come on. There we go. Fell through the wall. And then we're going to tag these pillars, because they're going to come out and attack us, which is why we can do chair skip on C, because chair skip on A will lead you to death. It is possible, but again, death. Because the pillars in that hallway that I just went through are active on A. Then we're going to take a wide turn here to avoid a fight. Then we're going to keep going past the second broken light. So 1 and 2. And then we're going to tag the door in front of us and the light, because The door I just tagged will try to bite us, and I don't think we want to get bit by a door. So here we go. Oh good, he's just gonna stand there. How very kind of him. Sometimes he'll do that, sometimes he'll run right at you trying to hit you with a wrench, but he just stood there for most of that, so it was a quick escape. Alright, here we go. Turning as fast as we can, going down to meet the boss of the level. I call him Bambi, because I thought his name was Bam Below, but it's Ban Below. So yeah, that's on me. So here we go. We're going to use the testimonial first, even though the trophy is closer to us, obviously menuing wise, the testimonial is closer. So there we go, and activate the encounter with Bambi. Going to sit there and try to light us on fire, and you want him to try to light you on fire before going for the helipad, because that way you have a bit more time to call the helipad. Double dodge back so that you can call it all the way down, like so. Alright, into the maze. The fun thing about the maze is we want to take as many lefts as possible. Anytime you can take a left, immediately take that left. We're also going to play an extreme game of chicken. Why do I call it an extreme game of chicken? You see this hallway coming up? He's coming out of that hallway. Ta-da! Alright. Continuing forward, turning all the livelong day. Turning again. Here he comes now. You want to kind of play a game of chicken because you never know what his AI is going to do, and if he holds an L shape, we're going to get caught. And if we get caught, we get into the fight encounter and we got to escape again because he'll have infinite health during the entire process. Alright, there he is again. We're about to enter halfway through the maze. Isn't that fun and exciting? Alrighty then. And of course, we're going to see Kevin, who Man Below thinks is Jimmy. Jimmy is his son. The story behind this level is that Jimmy was a baseball prodigy. I don't know how baseball prodigy you can be as a child, but that was the case. Hence the baseball diamond. Not. But unfortunately, the inn burned down. So it was like, oh no. Bad timing. And it was all unfortunate. But he was out for revenge and murdered the teenagers that set his inn on fire, hence why he has the homemade flamethrower. Now that we're going to the right here, we're going to wait a second so that way we can pass him, and then we're going to do it again. Always wait for him, because you never know where he's going to be, because obviously the camera somewhat finicky. I mean, it is a game from 2001 with only one analog stick, so it's kind of like, not the greatest thing in the world. Now we're fighting him and we're going to stick to the gas can because that's his blind spot. Also, this game is very colorful, but don't let that fool you. So here we go, hitting Man Below as much as possible. Now you see how he's flying back there? That's a counter hit. Very dangerous indeed, because you're going to have to, it does more damage, but you're going to have to reposition yourself so that you get hit. And if you were ever wondering what Kevin looks like if he's dead, this cutscene doesn't play. Eriko just keeps running past him. So here we go, but again, it takes 15 minutes of sitting in a hallway for Kevin to die. And I don't know if we have that kind of time. So here we go.
That just seems excessive. The poor guy.
Indeed. So anytime he swipes like that, you're going to want to dodge. So yeah, it's kind of bad. You kind of want him to do the slams, because slams are kind of avoidable. There are a few spots where you could avoid swipes, but it really depends where you are. There we go. Like this spot right here, if I can get the run. I couldn't get the run. By the way, you can take like 3 hits from him before you die, which is why we pick up the Amazon, because again, this game is brutal on a casual standpoint, because it's 3 random patterns per level except for level 2. Level 2 has no patterns, but there's a lot of fight encounters and whatnot. So it's pretty brutal. So now we're going to hit this guy with the baseball bat and his head's gonna pop off. Don't worry, he's just a robot, everything is fine. And of course, the giant animatronic Bambelow, because again, we are in a theme park that tries to kill you, because of course, if you survive the theme park, you get $100 million. That is a thing. So Beep, what do you think of the game so far?
So I've seen this game quite a bit, and the thing about that, if you've never seen Illbleed before, you don't understand how easy she's making this look. This game she's not joking when she says it's brutal on a casual playthrough. It's like I mean, it's to a small brain person who doesn't know anything. It's very random. Everything can kill you, but it is really funny though, too, right? Like there's so much humor and comedy in it that it makes it so enjoyable even when it's awful and hard.
Because it's supposed to be a representation of like 5B horror movies at the same time, so it's like, haha. And like, so you're just like running through all the things. I might not even need to heal here. I don't think my bleeding's, but I'll heal anyway. There we go. And then we're running out of here. And again, you never want to reset based on your pattern, because you could have like the worst pattern in one level, and then you could have like 2 really good patterns. Or in one case, you could have like 4 out of 5 of the best patterns. That's happened to me once. And it's just like, oh, well then. So here we go. Gonna grab some healing items just to be on the safe side. Because, you know, marathon safety. Alright, because we're also switching characters to Kevin, and Kevin has better jumps, but has a very glaring issue, and that's if he gets caught in a fight encounter, he's going to squirm for about 15 to 30 seconds. Also, this song is going to get stuck in your head. I just want everyone in chat to know that the park theme is going to be stuck in all of your heads by the end of this. It's just a thing.
Did you buy toilet paper?
No, I bought gauze.
Okay, that was gauze. Thank you. I was like, that's a lot of toilet paper.
Because the one thing that's going to kill you the most is bleeding damage. So the way bleeding works is you may have saw the red bar, and if you're bleeding, the red bar goes up just by moving. So you're going to want to heal that as fast as possible. So that's what we get the gauze for. Because eventually bleeding will cause you to lose HP and will cause your heart rate. Of course, if your heart rate goes down to 0, you die. So that is the thing that is most likely to kill you. Normally it's the next level where we start buying supplies because we get into regular fight encounters purpose, because the levels are like, you gotta fight things now. And of course we just passed Evil Monkey encounter number 1 because there are no traps in this level, but there are fight encounters because Evil Monkey steals your horror monitor, and then it's like, oh no, whatever are we going to do? So you don't get it back, it just gets stolen. Fight encounters all level, hence the worms and whatnot. And there's 2 Evil Monkey fights, 3 Evil Monkey fights if you're doing good. So that is a thing. But whereas we're not doing good ending, we're only going to see 2 of the Evil Monkey fights. Side with signs, which is what hopefully the worms cooperate. Hopefully. Checking. Good. I was a little worried with how that worm was doing its thing. Now we're going to stay away from the sides with signs because of Evil Monkey fight number 2.
Did that say mommy popcorn?
It might have.
I want some mommy popcorn. That one was onion soup. You know what? I hope that was mommy popcorn. Chat, can we get a rerun? Can you get a replay so we can learn about mommy popcorn?
There might be another sign somewhere. Possibly. I'm not 100% sure. Onion soup. Oh, wait, there we go. No, that's a Hassie recovery, I think. So Hassies are a drink you collect. They're also in the studio's other game, Blue Stinger, because it's kind of a shared universe thing. So Hassies will heal very minimal health. So we don't get those. We get the noodles instead. So that's a thing. Of course, the North American version, it's salad. The reason we play the Japanese version is because, from my research, and granted, if you have the North American version, I'm not saying go out and buy the Japanese version, but from my research, it seems like the Japanese version likes to give you more favorable patterns more often, and often grouped together. So that's a thing. So yeah. But also I would recommend, if you don't own the game, to get the Japanese version because it's also cheaper. It's like $100 to $200 Canadian for the game, where it's $500 for like the North American copy. There's also a Russian copy as well as a Taiwanese copy, as this was one of the few games to receive a Chinese localization. So yeah, that's a thing. And those versions go for like $700 and like $1,000 respectively. Also, be careful when picking up the wrench there, because there's a permanent health upgrade right next to it, and we don't want those because those will actually stay in your inventory. For healing items and items you pick up in the level will disappear at the end of the level, so it can screw up your inventory management as we continue to go here. Of course, we have the flamethrower to deal with the boss, Rachel, Worm Queen. Yes, her name is Rachel. And we're trying to send her to hell to be reunited with her father. It's the story of this level. It's a fun factoid. Each level has kind of a ridiculous story. So that is also a thing. Obviously, I'm skipping stories because, you know, speed run. So now we have what we need, and now we're some jumping on cars, or as I like to call it, carpour, because, you know, it's parkour but with cars. And of course we knock down the signs to give us a platform and all that nice jazz. Of course, if we touch the dirt, it summons Rachel with infinite health, and when we escape, it sends us all the way back to the first car. So you don't want to get caught. Caught is bad. So here we go, jumping all the way. Don't you know? Alright, here we go. Excellent. And then we're going to set things on fire to summon Rachel. So here we go. Burn the worm. Burn the worm. Excellent. More burning of the worm. Of course, what we're looking for is crit hits, because they do more damage. Regular enemies require crit hits to die. Rachel, why are you being mean and not letting me get a crit hit? There we go. Or a counter hit. That's what they're called, because you have to counter. I mean, it's still a crit hit, but, like, it's a counter hit. And there we go. Ow! Don't like it when she does that. When she does that, it's bad. There we go. Burn the worm again. Ta-da! Should be about 2 more crit hits, I would imagine. Unless the weird glitch happens, because sometimes when she goes under, although this may be an American exclusive, no, it's not, but sometimes like extra health gets taken away, as you just saw there, and we get the slow death. That's actually what you're gonna see. There is a faster death, but things. Alright, grab the gas can and get out of there. So there we go. Running away. And I recommend doing it in front because the side can, but you activate it from the front, it's a-okay, and we get the full $80,000. Isn't nice? And of course we're gonna say goodbye to Kevin levels because, well, male characters have better jumps, unfortunately. Weaker, slower melee attacks. And we're gonna be using melee weapons. We're gonna grab 3, 1, 3. Let's get out of here. Switch back to Erico. So the one thing that isn't RNG when it comes to the levels is the fact that item pickups are always the same, but it's the patterns that change. So enemy positions, trap positions, and the like. So here we go. The story of this level is there's an evil tree with a giant evil tree with a mustache killing lumberjack. It's also in a lumberman. So that's a thing. All right, forward, and something set the truck on fire. Oh no! So we gotta be careful of the site because it's like, ooh, this might be B. B is the best pattern of the level. Find out though. We don't want A. A is the worst pattern. Yay! It's B. Dad, it's B. Yay, B. You know what else?
So you
starts
said
with
that.
Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, what does start with a B? Wait, you have to tell me first.
Beep salt.
Oh my gosh! And I was just about to say, you said there are five patterns, or 5 chapters
Levels
where
with
you worry about
patterns.
the pattern. So now you
Yeah.
have 2 of 2 good ones.
Yes.
Nice. I love that. I love to hear that.
Tag that. No, I didn't. Yeah, it is gonna be that one, but I'm not in a position to tag. Come on, there you go. Or I lied. Okay, whatever. It's fine. I want to be extra cautious because I don't want to die. So cool and cool, and then we need to worry about this right here because it's going to be a bunch of chainsaws coming out. Oh, thanks, game. Thanks for choosing the wrong thing. All right, here we go. Go. Rings going off. That means it's gotta be that. There we go. Of course, we're gonna get our adrenaline back up from all the tags. It's tag, you're it. It's this window right here. Or not, whatever, it's fine. Gotta take a tight turn there because the box is a trap on B. And then we gotta worry about the wood puppet boxes because one of them is a jump scare. There's Randy, he doesn't have his brain. If you were doing good ending, the game does not care if you save him with his brain or not. They just care that you save him. So yeah, as we continue downwards. And because we're also on B, we're going to be able to do another tight turn coming up. But that's not for a while. I mean, we're going to do another one anyway, like right now. But we do this one on all of them. So we're pretty safe. See what happens. And then we're going to take this log away from this poor lumberjack, and he's not going to like it. So this is our first regular enemy encounter where we need a counter hit. They still take damage. However, it's just gonna be like, nope. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. And a 1, 2. Wow, I'm not getting counter hits, but at least I'm not getting hit in the process. Oh good, he's dead. Nicely done. It's always nice when you don't get it. And then you can see what she's doing every time she wins. She's doing the, I forget what, I think it's Napoleon Dynamite that has that motion. But, you know, it's the yes motion where you just, you know, crank your arm down like that. And then, of course, we get to do the short turn here because it's going to be the, what's the word I'm looking for? It's going to be the Mac grate, so we can do short turn. It's not the spot I want, thank you. And there you go. No, not the first one. I needed the last one, thank you. And then by sticking to the left wall, we avoid the other 2 traps, which is very nice. And then, of course, there's no wood puppet encounter. And then here's another difference. This is the only code that's different between the 2 versions. And it's going to be 1564, which is a reference to murder, because Hitogoroshi, in the North American version, it is, what's the word I'm looking for? It is wood, which was 9663. And then because we're on B, it's going to be on the last light. C would be the middle light, A, first light. I'm gonna keep moving. We're shuffling along. We've lost speed. Curse you, wood puppet, curse you. Also, we can somehow bleed. Don't ask me how we bleed, we just do. So that smell is going to be that, and then I can't tag the other thing yet because I'm not in the right position. That trap would be a giant fireball comes and hits you in the face. Not very nice of it, but it is a thing. And then it's just the hoses hitting you with what I assume is water. I don't have confirmation of what liquid shoots out of these things, but I'm sure it's high pressured water. So here we go. Turning again for the final trap. B is the only one that has 4. But the advantage of why B is the best pattern is because you only fight 2 lumberjacks in Lumberjack Gauntlet, as I like to call it, and there's no wood puppet fight. C is the second best, and A is the worst because you have to fight 3 in the Gauntlet. But right now we're going into the Woodman hunt. So we're gonna have to run away from lumberjacks. We're gonna have to be doing a lot of map pauses, so they pause their position. That is absolutely what we are going to have to do, otherwise we are doomed for all eternity. Because the lumberjacks are a lot faster than we are, so we're pausing a lot. Keep them at bay. Go. Going down. Again, very, very, very slowly. So here we go. We also have to be careful with how we pause the map, because we can cause a despawn to happen. We really don't want... Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Where are you exactly? I accidentally started... Because in order to open the menus and the map fast, you have to hit the horror monitor button. So you hold down the horror monitor button and then press either start or triangle for... Or not triangle. Although, if I am doing this game on my Dreamcast, I do use a PS5 controller using the Brooks converter, which also works with the Sega Saturn. It's called the Wingman. It's a fantastic little device because Dreamcast controller hurts like hell. So
yeah, that thing's not nice. I don't know who designed that one. That one's not a pleasant controller.
No, it is not. And it's kind of funny because the Saturn controller is like one of the best controllers ever. And like, I don't know what they were thinking with the Dreamcast, considering like that D-pad will just rip your thumb apart. It's just like, holy crap. Like, absolutely. So we're passing this tree in this cutscene. Again, they're afraid of trees, so we made it through without any issue, which is very nice. As we go. Hey Beep, do we have any donations or anything to plug?
Well, I would love to plug that we are on our last run of the marathon, and we are almost at 850 pounds. I would love to see if we can hit that. We're super close to that. It's huge. That's over $1,000 in American money. Probably over 1,000 Canadian too. I don't know. I don't know the conversion rate. But I'd love to hit that.
1250?
Ooh, see, that's fantastic. And that's the last run of Clock Tower Time Tick. That's our annual speedrunning event presented by the Clock Tower stream team on Twitch. And our benefit for this event is Safe in Our World, which is a UK-based nonprofit seeking to create and foster worldwide mental health awareness within the games industry. So if you have any money you want to donate toward that, we've got another hour left of our marathon. We'd love to see, you can get your donation comments in. We'll read them for you. You can talk a little bit about Illbleed, horror games, whatever you'd like to see.
Yeah. So you can fall off of this platform, by the way, hence why we see the lumberjacks running underneath. So you gotta be very careful up here. There's 3 parts to this. There's the bottom chase, then there's up here, and then there's the second chase. There you go. I see in chat that it's like almost like $1,400 Canadian.
Yeah, that's the math. We got math.
And they said speedrunners can't do math. So here we go. One thing that I forgot to point out here. Oh wait, I passed it. You may have been noticing the photo booths. That's how you save. There we go. Also,
if you die in a... Oh, go ahead. You go first.
Oh, I was going to say also shout out to the producer who has done commentary for this game as well. And also shout out to the organizer and shout out the hosts. We've all been doing fantastic. Oi, what am I doing? I'm going. I was starting to. I've been doing good endings so much for marathons that I started doing good ending stuff. Oops. I didn't mean to do that. Oops.
I was gonna ask, if you die in the level, do you have to go back to the beginning of the level all the way at the beginning, or are there checkpoints in the level?
No, you have to go all the way back and with a different character
Ooh, gotcha.
because your character dies.
Oh yeah,
I've never,
that's true. I guess you did say if you die in the thing, you die. So
I've never gone that way for getting in here, and it seemed to have paid off. I'm like, I didn't even know you could go in that direction. So that's interesting. And we're gonna tag the final trap here, and then we're going to get into the fight encounter. They're gonna sound like elephants. Why they sound like elephants, I have no idea. And then we're going to dominate with T-poses. We're going to show the true domination of the T-pose. Can I get some T's in chat for T-posing domination? Yo, that fight wasn't too bad. And then, of course, also here's another thing. If you win in a fight, you also get adrenaline back. So winning fights is important because obviously if you're low on adrenaline, though most of the time you don't want to get into fights and you do want to run away from them. But at this point, any fights that we'll be getting in, we can't run away from. So it's like, well, darn. There we go. And now I hope you're ready for the giant tree with a mustache. Because that's what's next. After I go into the wood puppet Iron Maiden. This actually hasn't been too bad considering I'm barely bleeding. Bleeding again is what I call what happens when you walk and your bleed meter increases. And you may have noticed the little blue chip. The little blue chip is your hitbox will get bigger if it passes that. So it's like, oh no. So here we go, turning. Excellent. And then we're gonna fall into the fight. You can get away with 2 hits at the beginning. Every time he swipes, it's 3. 1, 3. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Every time he pukes, it's 2. But it is a shorter attack, and you have sooner to attack. So that's kind of the trade-off. 1, 2, 3. By the way, you do want to sit in this corner. You don't want to, like, go to, like, any other side. You just want to sit in this corner to basically be able to avoid all of his attacks. Also, you cannot trade against him. If you trade against him, he will still live, even if that was the killing blow. So that's another thing you need to watch out for. But that was level 3 out of 6. Unless you want to count the final boss as level 7. Because all you do there is fight the final boss, and then you... So I don't know if you want to count that as a level or not. And this is how the game also tends to try to get you, as you have these long paths. So if you're bleeding, it's like, oh no, are you gonna bleed out before you get to the end? What's gonna happen? And here we go. Now, of course, the gimmick of the next level is you need 200,000 in order to finish it. However, the game gives you, or the level gives you, 150,000 up front. However, the traps will take money away from you for getting caught. So we're bringing in a little extra. And the reason we're bringing in a little extra is because this is also the worst level in the game that can kill your run very, very, very... because it has the worst fight in the game. And I'll explain that when we get there. But this level sucks because of this fight. Many a runner, not that there's a lot of us, will tell you how much this fight really is trash. If you can make it this far on a casual play, we're going to grab the horror monitor, and then we're going to grab the caution bomb. There are caution bombs throughout different levels. I have no idea where most of them are. What a caution bomb is a free multi-tag. It's fantastic. We don't know what pattern we're on yet, but we're not on B. We're either on A or C. How will we know what pattern we're on? Which candy go? If it's the blue candy, we're on C. If it's that candy, we're on A. As for which one's the best pattern, I kind of like B, though I don't think there is like a this is the best pattern for this level. Because there's not that much variation between the two, it's just a difference in tagging certain things. So here we go, this is the hallway that I usually use the caution bomb on. So there we go. Also orbs. I don't know, that's the thing speedrunners say, right? Orb or something? I'm sorry,
Yes, I
don't
believe
know the
so.
back.
Yeah, you're correct. I believe that is correct. Orb.
Yes. I think it's going to be the mask, but in case it's not the mask, I'm gonna tag that as well. There we go. It was the candy on the floor. They take about 3,500, and the other one will just puke on you. It's like, that's not very nice. And whatever can it is on this side, it's the opposite can on the other. So we're gonna tag the green one. And then we're gonna go upstairs to grab the weapon, but we need to tag the middle one because it's the hair trap, and then hair trap doesn't exist on B, which is also why I kind of like it, but the shopping cart is active at the beginning of the level. Or as they say in the UK, the trolley. That's right, we gotta represent our UK viewers. This is UK charity after all, and we have many a UK. Oh wait, did I not grab that? No. Hold on here. What's going on? There we go. That was weird. So we give Hellcake chat, or actually Beep. Do we take Hellcake with us?
Of course.
All right, we're gonna take Hellcake with us.
I love Hellcake, and I would do anything for Hellcake.
Very well. We have many a Clock Tower member in the UK, so shoutouts to the UK members. I don't know all the UK members. I just know Mr. McSqueezy and Carlips, so I apologize. Also, isn't Hobbiton in the UK too?
Yep.
Yeah,
They're
so,
probably all sleeping now. Sleep well, UK.
Yes, as it is 6 in the or 4 in the morning. 4 in the morning because they're 5 hours ahead of Eastern Standard Time. Is where I am. So yeah. Go. All of. Now comes the fun part. The giant worms. This is, or not the giant worms, the giant cockroaches. So this is why I picked up 3 meats. What you want to do is you want to feed 1 meat to each of them. If they disappear, great. If they don't, sucks to be us, because obviously we take damage and the it's a 7% chance to make them both disappear. Hey, we got half of them. It's nice. Alright, and then of course you can't get into the restaurant unless you have a piece of meat with you, so we murder the piece of meat, the chef gets mad at us. However, if you jump back to the chef, you have to go back out and get another piece of meat. Which sucks. So we're going to heal up here, because we have the worst fight in the game coming up. And of course, because we're on A, we need to tag the first pile of goo. If it was B, it would be the second pile of goo. And if it was C, it would be the third pile of goo. Lots of goo to tag. And also the rotting onion. Because rotting onion. I mean, all the food's kind of rotten. We don't know what's in this pile of goo, so it could be anything. It could be stuffing for all we know. I don't know, let's make it Thanksgiving themed, since Canada just had its Thanksgiving, and Thanksgiving's the next holiday in the United States, I think. I think.
Well, minus Halloween, of course.
Oh yes, minus Halloween. Go tag the pineapple, or as we say en français, la ananas. Although I have been told that most of the world calls it some variation of ananas. So that's also a thing. English, what are you doing? So here we go. We're tagging the worst fight in the game, and you might be asking, what makes it the worst fight in the game? Well, let me tell you. You're fighting regular enemies, but you're not fighting 1. You're not fighting 2. You're fighting 3. And they all like to back each other up, and they all need to die by counter hit. Isn't that fun? And they're also all worms. So it's like, yay! Ow. Oh, counter hit? Yay, counter. Ooh, death. Okay, cool. Death is good. Death is very good. Because death means fight is easier. Ow. Ooh, 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 ooh. There we go. Ooh, death? Death. Very good. And you also want them dying close together because they're each gonna drop an orb. And you need it to come, like it's, you can't move on until they all hit you. Here, worm, just let me hit you. Ooh, very good, and they're gonna be on top of each other, so I'm gonna try to move in between them. That was probably one of my best worm fights, as a matter of fact. Now we're gonna heal, and then we're gonna go into Toy World, as I call it, but it's called Kids World. That's why we needed the $200,000, because it was in, so you would have to find the safes to get in. But because we're not buying, like, permanent health upgrades, we don't really need to worry about it, because we're buying so little supply that it's just like, eh. So here we go. And then we're going to double tag here, because sometimes it's just faster to double tag. The middle robot and the middle ray gun would be B, which is also kind of like, or kind of why I like B, because it's just straight up middle, rather than having to do 1 and 1. And then giant top hats, and also magic cards. Not Magic the Gathering, of course. I'm sorry to any Magic the Gathering fans. Not those kind of magic. There we go. And then, of course, on C, it's the first green plane, but on A and B, it's the second green plane. Please let me tag the green plane. Thank you. Huzzah. And while it is not the Dream, or the Mega Dream, my apology, it is the TV directly after the Mega Dream that we need tagged. So that's what we're gonna do. Ta-da! And then, of course, we don't trust baseball. The worst team sport in existence. I'm sorry, baseball fans. It's not really a sport. I'm sorry. Sorry, everybody who's a baseball fan. I'm not a fan of your sport.
If you'd like to send hate messages, but friendly hate messages, you can donate to Safe in Our World. And if you're very nice, maybe I'll read them.
So now we're going into Mary's Maze. Constantly taking damage while in here. So very, very dangerous to spend time in here. So we don't want to get caught by Mary, because if we get caught by Mary, we have to fight her to the death each time. And she is very, very painful. So we need to grab 4 keys. There's key number 1. And there we go. Right. Did we get the despawn? No. Luckily I caught her out of the corner of my eye, though granted she wasn't going to be able to catch me anyway. So here's number 2. And of course, because she is so quick, if we want to turn the camera, this is what we're doing. And that just reminds me of that scene from that movie where he says, "This is what you're doing. This is what I want you to do." I don't remember what movie. Apologies. And then we're to pink side, because the green side is the closest to the exit. So that's what we're doing. Very good. Alright. Here we go. And then usually Mary, like, doesn't bother us for the rest of it, but you never know. See, we just saw the despawn. Sometimes she just straight up despawns for no reason. And it's like, okay, you do you. Fun fact, Eriko and Mary are voiced by the same person, and also that voice actress is the voice of Rouge in Sonic Adventure 2, and Kevin
Hell
is voiced
yeah.
by Sonic Adventure Sonic,
Hell yeah.
and someone else is voiced by, I think, Vector's voicing a character. I looked it up at one point and I'm like, see all the Sonic representation here? But don't worry, if there's any Sonic fans, I will show you Sonic's true form. Also, we're gonna eat Hell Cake here, since I need to heal my HP anyway, because we're getting into the Mary fight.
Rest in peace, Hellcake. You were a real one.
Yeah.
I don't know what that means. I'm sorry.
So here we go. We're going in. So because we're on A, we're going to go to the keyboard. If it was B, it'd be the fridge, and if it was C, it'd be the pair of glasses. Mary gets very angry that we found her, so she wants to murder us in cold blood. Ooh, how dare. Ah, you missed. So now we're just fighting her to the death. Nice, we got the knockdown. Always nice when we get the knockdown, because that means we can rush her and try to hit her when she's on the ground. Go. And like I said, she's very painful, and there's no way to avoid this fight. Luckily, if you're running out low on supplies and you're like, I'm going to die, what am I supposed to do? There is an Amazon right next to the key that we need. So you would get the key, and then the middle box has the Amazon, but we have plenty of supplies. So now we're going to heal again. I don't know. I exited that because I still have the key. And now, for anyone who's played Mario Party, I must apologize, because it's that time again. What a segment I like to call Mario Party Repressed Memories. So, we have to do this 10 times. So here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and of course 10. So 9 is the fastest, and then 10 it goes back down to the speed of 1. So it's like, oh, you thought I was gonna go super fast? No, I'm gonna go super slow, and then obviously click it too fast, you're gonna hit, and then everything explodes. And now it's time for the boss of. However, I consider Mary the boss because of how little we deal with Cashman, as you can see. Currently, Cashman has infinite health, so it's like, oh no, we can't attack him. But how do we defeat him? The answer is we take control of him. Isn't that nice? Ta-da! Control. Because you gotta remember, everything is animatronically controlled. I don't know if that's a word, but it is now. And then, of course, we run forward and hit the button. And you just make him bash his head into the wall 4 times. And you defeat him. Just like that. And then we hit the buttons. Hit the button. And then we say goodbye to Eriko for the rest of the game because it's Kevin for the rest of it. We are also going, but in my opinion, it is the easiest level in the game because it's just a giant fucking simulator. There we go. Go.
You're
It's time
buying
for-
stuff from Mary. That's
Yes.
Mary. Oh, that's great. I love that. There she is. She's got a job now. It's perfect.
I mean, we've been buying stuff for Mary the entire game.
I know, but I didn't realize it.
So now we're going into Killaman. Who is Killaman? That is the question. Hey chat, who do you think Killerman is? We're gonna have 5 options. It's going to be the player, Jason, Cunningham, Jorg, Killerman. Because this is technically also a murder mystery, but because we're not saving Jorg, it doesn't matter who Killer Man is. It only matters if you save Jorg. Because if you don't save Jorg, it never gets solved, and it doesn't matter if you pick the right person.
Wouldn't Killer Man just be Killer Man? He's one of the options?
Yes, and he is
Oh.
the correct option, by the way, but because we're not saving Jorg, it doesn't matter.
Oh.
That's why it's like, who do you want as the Killer Man? Is again, we find that dead body, we grab the horror monitor. If you know the codes, you don't need to look them up, so you don't have to find the codes. And it's just perfectly fine. Go. Moving right along. Here's Jason being like, oh no, we're short one Killer Man doll. Oh no. Running. Just cutting Jorg. Cunningham thinks both Jason and Cunningham think we're employees. This is actually the backstage of the park. They don't realize that we're, attendants? The word we use for theme park customers?
Attendees, maybe?
Attendees, there we go. So now we're gonna find out what pattern we're on. Oh no, we're on the worst pattern of the level. No! It's not really that big of a deal. The reason I say that B is the worst pattern is because there's like 3 extra traps that we tag. So it's like, whatever. So there we go, tag that one. Alright. And then tag. Oh, there. Of course. Again, it's really hard to tell whether I'm gonna get hit by that or not. It's just a thing. Because I'm like, did I tag the spot correctly or did I not tag the spot correctly? Game, let me know. And then I either get hit by the ceiling fan or he goes, alright. Okay, I'm gonna heal here because there's a very annoying egg fight that we have to, avoid. Yes, you can fight eggs, so no, I will not offer you eggs in this trying time because they are assholes. Go. Tag the UFO. And then make sure, absolutely, that you tag in front of that can, because it's another Mary fight in a very small arena, and if you don't tag it, you're going to die. So, need to do that, and then we go. Excellent. We're almost through the hardest part of the level. Tag in front of the dummy popcorn. Go, get some adrenaline back, and then we're going to angle ourselves this way to avoid the candy trap. And then we're going to get out of here and grab the shotgun and walk all the way back. And also, grab the ID card. Come on. Why are you giving me trouble for going to items that I want to use? Very strange thing that is happening. Alright, here we go. And swag jump. Female characters cannot have the jumping arc for it, fortunately. Because that one, it's been very, very recent. I don't know what we consider recent in speedrunning, but it's been very recent that we've started using Kevin. It was around, I want to say November, December that we started using Kevin in the run. Because we found out that he is better dodges than Eriko and better jumps and etc. So we started to really use him more. Before that, it was just use Eriko and everything, is what a lot of us would do. But now it's the Kevin show now. Go all the way back. Again, I wish we could skip doing this, but this is totally a thing. Alrighty then. Going all the way. And of course, jumping down. Oh no, another dead body, and now we can go to the next area. So that's what we're gonna do. And 0824. Again, only one code is different in the it's the 1564 one. Because we're on B, we're gonna need the first one. Ta-da! I'm not gonna lie, I've put over like, I don't know, 360 hours into this game. So, as Beep said earlier, I'm making this look easy. No, this is what a lot of hours looks like.
Well, but that's what makes it easy when you put a lot of hours in. When you have the gumption to say, "I want to make Illbleed look easy."
Fair enough. We actually had a new runner come in. I don't know them well, but we do had someone started running it after Flame Fatale's run. So there's now 5 of us. Actually, yeah, 5 of us actively running it because the other runners are, of course, Punchy, Ecdysis, Umbrella Jill, myself, and the new person whose name escapes me. So they're from Scotland.
That's a hot crew of people, though. That's a lot of good runners.
Indeed. So because we're on B, we're gonna want the first thing here. I recently started doing console runs, though on a burnt disc I highly don't recommend it because you're taking 20 seconds to start the run. So definitely get yourself a real copy. But I hold half the world records, Punchy holds the other half. I don't think there's a war between us because one of us just tackles half, the other one tackles the other half. Don't really intersect that much when it comes to that. Also, if you need an Amazon, go down those stairs. There's 2 Amazon this level, so that is a thing. And then of course we tag because there's gonna be a skeleton pirate come out and hit you. At least I think they're a skeleton pirate because they use a pirate sword and hit you. So I just call them the skeleton pirate. They're not dressed like a pirate. They're just a pirate. There we go. Jason lives, by the way. Jason is the only employee that lives through the Killer Man. Because that wasn't Killer Man that shot him. That was Cunningham in Killer Man.
But what is Killer Man? Is Killer Man a place, a spirit in your heart? Like, if you dress as Killer Man, are you Killer Man? I guess the answer is no, then.
No. Killer Man is souls of the people who have died in the park wanting to take revenge.
That's not as exciting as guy in a costume, I'm sorry.
Because when we kill Killer Man, a bunch of souls come out.
The Killer Man was the friends we made along the way. Or the friends we're leaving behind in the bad ending.
Yes. So it asks us who it is, and then please continue. So there are 2 traps on B, 1 trap on A, and no traps in C. We're gonna see the Sixth Sense go off a lot, actually, but no need to worry because it's, just pickable items. The reason we don't save Jorg and buy him back in the good ending is because he's really okay. So here's the first trap. How do I remember where the trap placement is? You see how, like, the bars are kind of like, they'd kind of turn blue or like a darkish gray? That's how I know where to be. Go. at one point, Schmumbler, actually I'm going the wrong way, Schmumbler was going to run this game, but unfortunately his disk said no. His disk decided to pass on from this world, unfortunately. So unfortunately no Schmumbler running Illbleed at this moment in time.
It saw what he was doing to Shattered Memories with the disc skip, and it said no thank you.
See, I believe that was before he discovered the disk skip.
Oh no.
So it was like, oh no. It was not long for this world. And unfortunately, once your disk disrots, it cannot be brought back by humans who wish to pay you tribute. At least as far as I know, you can't do that. So unfortunately, you cannot once again give a disc flesh. Sorry, I'm going into Dracula's monologue at the beginning of Castlevania
No, no,
Symphony
no,
in the Night.
I was with you. I was with you. I was trying to figure out what is a disc, you know? I don't know.
What is a disc? But a miserable pile of secrets. But enough talk. Have at you. So here we go. That's the last trap of the level. I mean, there's other traps, but they're completely avoidable and tagged, which is the very nice thing. Go. You know. Also, if I PB, I have to be the biggest pain in the world. Because in order for a run to count, you must watch the credit sequence and wait for the timer to show up. So that's a thing. Also, these are all corpses you're seeing. All this brown stuff, skeletons that you can those are all corpses. Those are all the people right in the park. Also, a difference between the Japanese version and English version is the music here. You just hear the footsteps. It's not really known why that's a thing, but it's a thing. And then we're immediately going to take 2 lefts because I may have mentioned that the game really likes you taking lefts. This is still a thing. And if you really, really, really wanted to save Jorg, you would jump down here that way, but no. Even in Good Ending, we just buy him back because it's faster to buy him back than it is to save him. And even though you get $1 million for solving the Killer Man murders, it's faster to go save Randy and Michelle because at least they're on me than it is to save Jorg, get the $1 million, and do the thing. Yeah. We're almost at the end of Killer Man. We left and then climb some stairs. Well, we're gonna take 2 left, but literally have to do. And then we fight Killer Man, which should be a fun time. There we go. You don't want to jump there, by the way, because there is a fight encounter that can trigger, and it's... No, don't encounter that trigger. That's really bad. Really, really bad, because it will soft lock you, because you... And it's like, oh no, I can't move here. What am I supposed to do? This is really, really bad. But anyway, we're going into Killer Man. So Kevin's dodges cost 4, whereas Eriko's cost 2. So when he does the star attack, where he shoots a bunch of stars out of his eyes, you don't dodge. You want to dodge when he does this attack, and you kind of want him doing that attack forever. So that's the star attack that I'm referring to, that you just let him do, and you trade with him instead, because obviously we have more HP. Go. Go. Oh. Nice. Yes, teleport close to me, so that I may just wail on you with my shotgun. Insert the Panic at the Disco song that says Shotgun Wedding several times. I don't know. That's just what comes to my head right now. There we go. And that's the other star attack you want, because you can counter hit it by dodging. So there we go. We have won the day, and again, the mystery of Killer Man was never solved, so we don't get any. We don't get any bonus monies.
We did get 1 pound from Exterior Emma. That says 1 last pound for me for Illbleed.
Yay! Evan and I stayed up till like 5 in the morning, or no, 9 in the morning today. In the channel voice call.
What were you playing? Were you playing something?
No, we were
Was it
just
Illbleed?
No.
Just
We were just
talking shit?
Yep.
Love it.
So now we're going to Toy Hunter Cork Goes to Hell, based on the popular episode that was not yet released. So Evan, whoever you play in the last level, by the way, is who you're final boss with. Go, pistol, horror monitor, grab that, and run, and dodge. Ow. Go for it, dodge. For it. And done. Don't forget to pick up the ticket after you escape. It's not like, oh, I killed him and I picked it up before the cutscene. No. No. The game is not that nice. And there we go, and now we transform into Cork. Cork will take on the properties of whoever you choose, so if you chose Eriko, he would have male jumps and whatnot, but also immediately in a fight encounter, from a fight encounter. Whereas we are Kevin, he basically has male properties, so he'll squirm for 15 seconds and the like. So there are story cutscenes in this level. There are 15 in total. They are unskippable cutscenes. So you want to tag them. Very, very important. Yes. Go. Don't know where all of them are. But I do know there are 15 because the game tells you there are 15. 2 of them are in this room. One is Sexy Doll getting kidnapped, or not kidnapped, but sent to Toy Hell. So Cork is trying to rescue her. And then, of course, there is the speakerphone. Get speakerphone tagged. Also, yes, it is supposed to be a parody of Indiana Jones and Woody from Toy Story. So you are not seeing things. In the Japanese version, he is called Inda, but because it's all English dubbed, Japan got the best of both worlds, and obviously they chose to change it for legal reasons and not wanting to get sued. You know, that's totally a valid concern, sued into oblivion. Again, I don't trust Zodic at all. Remember how I said if there's any Sonic fans in chat, you're about to see Sonic's true form? Well, that is a fact. You are going to see Sonic the Hedgehog's true form. Keep running. Here we go. Going for it. We're actually going to do a monkey fight finally as well. Because evil monkeys are here. Oh. Ow, none of them went off. That is... Whoops. That is truly terrifying. Come on. Oh, there's another one in front of this. Come on. Come on. There you are. There we go. Now we're getting the tags. Tag, you're it. Really? Ooh, this is going really bad. Really, really, really bad considering I tagged so much and got so little. So here's the evil monkey fight. We're going to run away from them. Just call for the helipad. That was actually not too bad. I might have to go into the surgery and grab a full deal of adrenaline. Because I do not have a lot. But we might be okay. I'm not 100% sure. Go. And then tag. Tag again. Jump. It's gonna be that one. Right? Yep. It's the right one. This time. However, I don't think I have any more... I don't tag anymore. Can I tag? Yes, I can. Sacre bleu, c'est impossible. Shh. Oh, fudgicles. Yeah, I have no more adrenaline. So, I can't tag the next thing or the next thing. So strap in, folks, because we're in for a bumpy ride. And when I say we're in for a bumpy ride, I mean just that. Okay, cool. I avoided the fight encounter, but obviously we have to see the giant spooky Mary head. Work, you want to run, buddy? Thank you.
She's
And
sweet.
also-
She's just trying to say hi.
And then we have to watch the egg bar scene. No, not the egg bar scene. Apparently, this can like the apparently
His face is. I hate his face so much. That's a nightmare. I couldn't see it for most of this because you just see his back. But that is that's a nightmare. I'm gonna have nightmares now. Thank you.
And of course, this one is skippable because stick to the wall. Luckily, we're about to pass the hospital room, so I can there. So that's what we're gonna do. We're gonna go into the hospital room here. Run, run, and adrenaline. Thank you. Obviously, we have more than enough money to afford that, and now we can continue on our journey to frame ourselves for a crime we didn't commit, because we're trying to get executed so that we can go to toy hell. Aha! I found you. Come on. There we... Hey! Game can tag. Woohoo! The tag was complete. Oh, come on. Game, why do you do this to me?
It just wanted to give you a hand.
Apparently.
I'm sorry I said it. Please, please forgive me.
Just insert that terrible Simple Plan song, How Could This Happen to Me, or whatever. Simple Plan is a terrible band. I'm ashamed that they are Canadian. I apologize for infecting the world with the terrible band known as Simple Plan.
Oh, trust me, there's a lot of worse American emo bands that we've given to you guys.
Second one. There's only like 8 traps left in the level. For our purposes, there are more, but you have to go out of the way to like trigger them because you're going in the complete opposite direction for it. And it's just like, eh. There's Pododon. 3 traps left. Now. Forgot about one. I would have tagged it, but counting, apparently speedrunners can't count. Right? What I've been told. True. Tag the gas can. Look at his cartoon face. Gasoline. Again, it's got a story cutscene, and then you grab the. So you're like, and then ta-da, and then ta-da again, and then run, Run like the wind. And then we keep going. Now we have to find the right execution. Pododon will tell you what you need. However, we skip that cutscene. Now, interacting with each of these triggers, so you don't want to do. But obviously, you'll know it's the right one. Story. And then fall down. And then into the aqueduct sewer.
I love to fall in holes in horror games. That's my favorite part of horror games. In fact, that's the only reason I started the clock tower, was to gather more people who like to jump down holes into weird sewers together. I feel like I've been really successful. There's been so many holes in this marathon.
Oh no. There we go. And then the last trap is actually here, because one of them is always this one. The other two are the other one that I tagged. But I don't get this one this often, so I don't. And I mean, it takes 2 seconds to tag something, especially if you're doing speed tag. Here we go. And whoosh. Ram. Excellent. Jump up and go. And then running like the wind. Gotta do, and of course there's the sign that says looking for an Intadol. Like I said, the Japanese version gets both names. English version only says Korg, and then we're going to wide turn here in order to avoid an eagle egg fight again. Egg fights are always in pairs, and so actually might as well. And then we murdered a child. That is the scene that I skipped. Because that's how we get into Toy Hell. Because the way you get into Toy Hell is you have to be buried with a child. That's not morbid or anything. And now, ladies and gentlemen and non-binary pals, it's time for Sonic the Hedgehog's true form, the thing that Sega never wanted you to know, even though Sega Japan was the original publisher of this game. Meet Zodic the Hellhog.
No way. What is this? I don't remember this from any playthrough of this I've ever seen. This is a nightmare. Thank you for sharing it with us. He looks so bald.
I mean, he's not wearing any shoes.
I don't like that either. Oh no, you're right. I miss Sonic's shoes now. Time to go fast. It's Yad's baby's first OC. Do not steal.
Actually, Baby's first OC would be the Archie comics from the 90s, because oh my god, if you've never heard about this lawsuit and all the thing from all of that, the amount of OCs, especially Echidna OCs that man created and has the rights to and Sega can't use, it's like incredible. That was Baby's first OC, let me tell you. There's some other Sonic lore for y'all.
Okay, fine. I'm Googling Archie Sonic to figure this out. I'm scared. I'm going to turn safe search on first.
There we go. That was last level, and now it is time for the last boss. We will not be getting any healing items because one thing that I didn't show is that you cannot heal during boss fights or any fight for that matter. Let's get it. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. Do do do. here we go. Running. Now, of course, you have to run to the center of the platform here, because if you don't, the game won't let you do anything. Even if you know what boss you want to pick, you have to do that first, or else it won't. We're gonna pick Bull Stinger from Blue Stinger, the company's game before this one. Fun fact, this almost got ported to the 360 back in 2005, but due to unforeseen circumstances, it was cancelled for whatever reason. Go. How goes that search?
I found him. He he sued for the rights to Knuckles the Echidna's dad, among
And
other
daughter.
characters.
Yes.
And now I'm sad.
Yep. Yeah. Because he created a ton of characters. Yeah. It was kind of intense.
But he didn't create Zodic, and that's where
No,
he
he did
messed
not.
up. He messed up. He should have created Zodic. Toes out. Sorry, I shouldn't have said that.
Also, I may be dying. I'm like on the verge of death here. But guess what? He died before me. And that is time. So hooray. We did it. Yes.
GG's, excellent work.
By the way, this is Eriko's father talking to us.
Very well then. I shall present you with $100 million.
But we don't know that until you do, whatchamacallit. Also, be prepared for the best credits theme without lyrics. So yeah, it was done. We did the thing. Beep Salt. Can you tell the fine people where they can find you?
Yes. I'm beepsalt.com. That's my name. Just go there. I make video games. None of them are as good as Illbleed. What about you, Abby? Talk about yourself. I love to hear that.
You can find me at twitch.tv/Abby's Corner. I also, host a podcast called Speedrunners and Coffee. I'm running out of episodes because I'm having a hard time finding guests. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge to maybe somebody right now. I don't know. Also, I would like to give a shout out to the following people: Big Scared, Schmumbler, Exterior Emma, Selcouth Mind. I would also like to give a shout out to, and please for the love of God, I apologize if I screw up your name. Topaz? Is that how you pronounce that? Please say yes. Also, shout outs to Pip. Shout outs to Jazero. Shout outs to everybody in this event. Shout outs to AO Hell. Now I'm going through team members. Shout outs.
Shout outs to every person on the clock tower.
Yeah. Yeah, all the people in the clock tower, all the people who are here. Shout outs to the runners of this game. If anybody wants to learn this game, I will teach you this run. Because I can do that. It will be a long, painful process, but it can be done. Yes. Also, you can find me on Twitter at Twitter/Abby_Brander. You can find me on Blue Sky. Also, if anybody wants a Blue Sky, I have codes for that. But you
Oh,
can
me
find
too.
me at Abby's Corner.
Yeah.
There.
Come take my Blue Sky codes, everybody.
Yeah, because they give you like one a week, and it's like, who am I supposed to give these to? Don't you know? So, yeah, that is a thing, and this has been Illbleed. Yes, this is a thing that happens.
Hello, who is she?
That's Sexy Doll. The person
Is
we
she
saved.
is she on the clock tower? Can I shout her out too? I'm sorry.
Yes, also shout out to JPEG and yeah, who has been producing this run. Indeed. Lot of peoples to shout out because that's what we do. We shout out people. Shout out to Coffee. Shout out to Thomas. Yeah, go follow all these names that I'm mentioning because lots of people. Also, if I'm allowed to advertise things, I don't know if I'm allowed to do that. You might see me on a certain very large channel coming in a few weeks, like literally 2 weeks from today. Um, it might start with a games, but yes, that's a thing. And yeah, this has been Time Tick, which has a very funny meme behind why it's called what it's called. Also, shoutouts to Fina and Astrid and all the other runners. I don't know all the names. I'm sorry. I'm really bad at that. Eldergoth, and
Abby has
Wait.
the floor. Who died? Whose grave is that?
We don't know, but it's all the
Oh.
friends. That's
Oh
who-
yeah, that's true. Chat, we let everybody die. Chat, we got as many bad endings as possible this marathon, and I love you for that. Thank you for making that happen.
Yes. Yeah, all that good stuff. Thank you to everybody who hosted. I'm sorry that I ruined the event earlier. I apologize for that. And also thanks to Retzi, and also happy birthday, happy birthday, Renzi. Yeah, that's right. You just got a live shout out. Bam. Also happy belated birthday to Jazero because it was his birthday yesterday. So, yeah. I don't know where to go from here.
We're gonna go to our finale. Coffee, take us away.